here. I'm Virginia Stoughton. I am here with your Northern Neck real estate market update. I go into information on the market for residential and land listings in Lancaster and Northumberland counties in Virginia. So let's jump right to it. Is Lancaster and Northumberland, are those counties in a buyer's market or in a seller's market? We are still in a seller's market. Inventory has increased, but we still are at 65% strength of market. So what does that mean? Strength of market is what tells us whether we are in a buyer or seller's market. So if that percentage is 55% or higher, we are in a seller's market. If it's 55% or lower, we are in a buyer's market. So at 65%, we are in a seller's market. Last week we were at 60%. So we have gone up a little higher into that seller's market. But when you compare it to this time last year, we were at 101%. We are down 36% in strength of market. Our active listings are up 25% compared to last year, but those that are pending closing are down 26%. So this week we have 139 active residential listings in Lancaster and Northumberland, and 90 are pending closing. So that gives us our strength of market of 65%. I have seen our average days on market start increasing. We're at 104 average days on market for all active residential listings. So now let's break it down into price point, because just because overall we are in a seller's market does not mean that every price point range that I go over is. So 0 to 200,000, all of those properties in that price point range, the strength of market is 133%, which is higher than last week. We have 15 active listings and 20 are pending closing. Our average days on market is starting to hike. We are at 101 average days on market for that price point. 200 to 400,000, that has also gone up in strength of market to 97%. Our average days on market on that, this is the lowest average days on market for all price points, is 80 days. So we are seeing those numbers start to trend higher. Properties on average are starting to sit on the market a little longer. 400 to 600,000, that has dropped. We are now at 74% strength of market, still in a seller's market. 600 to 800,000 has dropped. This is still in a buyer's market at 35% strength of market. There are 17 active listings and 6 are pending closing. 800 to 1 million has increased, but it is still just barely below that threshold in a buyer's market at 50% strength of market. There are 21 active listings and 6 are pending closing. Our 1 million plus price point, which seems to be eternally in a buyer's market, is still in a buyer's market, but the strength of market has increased from 12% last week to 17% this week. We have 24 active listings in both counties and 4 are pending closing. The average days on market for this price point is 157 days. Land, we have 523 active listings, 41 are pending closing, and our strength of market is the same as last week at 8%. If you would like to see these numbers in print, go on over to my blog on my website at www.virginiastoughton.com. You will see all of the information I just gave, plus a whole lot more. I give a lot more in detail information for Lancaster, Northumberland, the combination of both, the price points, and land. I compare all of my data from right now this week to this time last year, so you can compare what is happening with the market compared to that boom and the craziness we had of last year. So head on over to my website, check that out. If you have any questions about the numbers or any real estate related questions, I would love to talk with you and get your questions answered. And I also am welcome any questions that you have about the Northern Neck. I love this area, so I would love to share my joy of this area with you. If you don't live around here and are interested or curious on what there's to do, reach out, let me know, let's chat. That is my update for this week. Again, any questions, let me know. I hope you all have a great week and an even better weekend, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the next update.